flower in perfume evolved from sort of classic perfumery to the flowers we're smelling in 2025 launches?
Well, we actually tend to forget that flowers are the centerpiece of perfumery. Let's not forget, as a biologist, I affirm this very strongly. Also, flowers are sexual organs, and we are all about sex. I clearly state it all the time. Mm-hmm. And so there's basically no perfume in the world that does not contain a flower note, either synthetic or natural. And that is where it all starts. The fields of flowers in southern France were actually the initiator of the industry of the perfumery the way we know it, and also throughout the second part of the 19th century, and then during the 1920s and 30s, flowers became very, very clear themes that people were looking for in order to fall in love with perfume. Mm-hmm. Of course, we have other things. We have vanilla, we have amber, etc. And all of this, the marriage of all this, makes great perfume. Mm-hmm. But re-exploring almost the primal impulse of perfume, which is mm-hmm. flowers, for me is very important, because we need to remember that phrase, let's just stop and smell the roses. Mm-hmm. And also in a time of turmoil and turbulence, I think stopping and smelling the roses is very important. Flowers are symbols of love, flowers are symbols of friendship, flowers are symbols of relationships, of family bonding, and of connection. Mm-hmm. Flowers get pollinated, they have sex, they produce fruit. And it is very important right now in this time of very, very difficult, obscure separatism thought, in order to be united by something that really, really links us together, mm-hmm. which is flowers.
It's true. Flowers are such a unifying thing, and everybody, even before you were, in the perfume world, you were growing flowers in your garden. So it's a great connector. And it makes me wonder, Jake, what is the Stéle perfumer looking for in florals? Are they looking for florals? What's that give and take?
So I would say there's a lot of conversation in gourmands. Everyone talks about gourmands. I would say 8 out of 10 people who walk into Stéle ask for a floral. I've never had anyone walk in and ask to smell like a Cinnabon. Mm-hmm. At least not at Stéle. I know that this exists. I know that there's a multi-billion-dollar industry, but I feel that there's definitely a connection with the artisanal community in connecting real plants, real life experience of scents into fragrances. And it's nothing to do with natural. There's also a big obsession with natural, but it's not real. It's also mythology. Most people who look for natural fragrances will purchase a fragrance they love. Now, the point is, people want to connect with a memory, with a scent that means something to them. And the closest you can get to real life and to a bottle that means something to someone, it creates excitement. It creates the moment. A big trend we see right now is dirty florals. What's the deal with dirty florals? I guess people need permission to wear florals. Florals are like, my grandma wore it. My auntie wore it. There's not a lot of
nostalgic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, and so dirty florals kind of give permission for someone to wear a floral today. For example, if you look at the tuberose fragrance right over here, it's a juicy floral. Maybe it's not a dirty floral, but it is a modernized take on a tuberose.
Which we're going to be smelling shortly, too. So
yes,
everyone's going to get a chance in a few minutes.
But you even see it with, for example, Dias and Durga coming up with brown flowers. Although, I would say it's hardly a brown flower. I can show you a brown flower in the shop. They'll make you, run out. But that's
in my garden as well.
You're going to be blown away.
But the point is, people are looking for something with something else. Now, that is the beginning.